Oh, hi, Pat. Thank
Hi,
you for
Ann.
being our guest.
Thank you for inviting me.
Could you tell me your story and this place?
Yes, so Hospice Wellington goes back over 40 years ago, and there was some concerned residents in the community. They were nurses, and so they were very concerned about the um, lack of ability for people to receive services at home. And so they began hospice from the community. And so really hospice is a gift from the community to the community. So people often ask me, who owns hospice? And I said, the community owns hospice. So that was a long time ago, and there was 3 or 4 of them that got together, and they just started to work on a voluntary basis to work with people in their homes and provide some end-of-life services. So so then we eventually developed so much we needed a residence for people that didn't want to die at home or it wasn't suitable, or to help prevent people from dying in hospital, because they're not set up in the same way that we are at hospice. So so they decided that they were going to open this place. So this used to be a church, and it was renovated.
Okay.
And so we opened up here 13 years ago.
Okay.
And so we have a service, a 10-bed residence up on the main floor. And then in the bottom level, we have our community programs. And really, our community programs are larger than our residents because we have 10 beds and they're basically full all the time. And so for people that are at home and they can't manage, they can come to hospice. For people that are in the hospital, they will transition to hospice.
Okay.
And I think the thing that makes us very unique here is the staff and the culture that we have here. So every single person that walks through our doors is treated with kindness and with warmth, and it doesn't matter who they are or what they've done, what their history is, it doesn't matter. You're an individual, and we will provide kindness and comfort, and that's our culture here.
So yeah, I can witness that. Last year, when my father passed away here, he received compassionate, gentle, and warm care, gentle care. So we were so fortunate to be here. That was a gift from my father. So what would you tell people who are considering to use your service in the future?
So I think the main message that I would like to say is that there is no charge for any of our services, whether you come to our residence, whether you come to any of our many, many community programs. Absolutely no charge. The government's funding that we receive at this time is only 38%. So we have to do a lot of fundraising, we have to do a lot of different events, and people are very generous to us, very generous. And our community, we certainly couldn't be here without all the help that they give us. So if you figure, 38% of a budget, that's a lot of fundraising. But on the whole, we're so happy that people are so generous to us. And but it doesn't matter whether you don't have any funds or whatever. Everybody's welcome, and there's many, many services we provide, and we can provide services certainly before the person dies and help them with those things, and then we can help with bereavement and helping people not to feel alone.
So your service is comprehensive, and it's free of charge.
Yes.
That's great.
And it's free of charge because of all the donations.
Yeah.
And one of the things I think I would want to highlight is, when people come, like we want to look after the families too. It's not just about the patient. A lot of times the family needs a lot of support.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah.
And so we make breakfast, we make lunch, and the family's welcome to eat. There's no charge at all. And I think that brings some comfort. So as soon as the person comes in, they're greeted and they're welcomed, and their family's welcomed, and you know, can we make you a tea? Can we get you something to eat? Because a lot of times people come to us and, you know, the families are so exhausted and they haven't thought about themselves. So here we say, this is all about you and your relationship with your person. You don't have to worry about anything. We are going to take care of your person, and we're going to take care of you.
So how can people find more information about this place?
So certainly by media and the kindness of you having us on Rogers is a wonderful thing, because I think a lot of people, they don't know about what's available until they need it. And so anything like this is really helpful. They can go on our website. We've redone all our website and it's quite good. Certainly welcome to phone us, and you know, if we don't provide that service, we will connect you with someone, because we have a lot of partners in the community that are a huge help, and we depend on them. And so we don't have to do everything. We just do what we do really, really well.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for all the information you gave to us. I hope more people can benefit from here.
Thank you. And thank you so much, Angela, for your hospitality to give us this opportunity to share with our community.
So could you tell me what programs do you offer here?
So as the community services lead, I help the team with all of the services we offer out in the community, which some people aren't aware of. They think of our hospice with the 10 beds, but we offer services along the spectrum of palliative care to folks who've been diagnosed with a life-threatening illness, who've been given a shorter prognosis, and their caregivers as well. So that starts with a day program that people can come out to and enjoy some time together. And we have some caregiver support for coffee conversations and caregiver support. And then when folks are bereaved, they don't have to have been with us in the hospice before, so they don't have to have been in the residence or connected prior to a death, but people in Guelph and Wellington County can access support groups, one-to-one support with volunteers, and we offer that one-to-one with palliative and caregiver folks as well. And we offer art therapy. So this time of year we do workshops that involve grief in the holidays and writing workshops. So we're constantly offering a base of support groups and then some different workshops through the year.
Okay. Oh, sounds you have comprehensive service here.
Absolutely. So hospice, we really are focused on those people in the community with questions about what end of life will look like for them and for their loved ones.
What's the most popular program? I'm just curious.
Oh, popular programs. So I would have to say
Yes.
popular programs are our day program and the caregiver supports. And then it would be a tie. So we have a walking program.
Okay.
And the support groups and art therapy are
okay.
our group programs that seem to be really popular with people.
Yeah, I attended an art therapy program before. I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
The creativity.
Yes. And it's always surprising kind of what comes out and what you think about and how that can help you heal.
It was very therapeutic.
Yes. And some folks who maybe don't feel so artistic would come out to, so we have a writing workshop, and we've also collaborated in the community with folks. So we have done horticultural workshops. So if you're shy about receiving support in one way, there are always options for people in the community so that they can start with us and feel very comfortable.
Oh. So how can people come here? Do they need a referral or?
That's a good question. So people can call in directly. They don't have to have a referral, although we do have many community partners, social workers, physicians, nurses who refer us clients with their permission. But if you're just somebody in the community who feels like you need some support and have questions, definitely just pick up the phone and call us.
Oh, so it's very accessible
Absolutely.
for everyone.
For everyone.
You only have 10 beds,
We
so it's so different from the hospital. So I think hospital is so busy, and here, like nurse to patient ratio must be very very good, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And yes, we have 10 beds, and we're typically at capacity for the majority of the time, and people waiting to come to our care. So on any given shift, you're absolutely right. We have 2 trained nurses who not only are trained through their general nurse training, but they have all gone on to do specialist palliative nursing training too. And alongside that, we have PSW staff too, that again have completed additional training relative to palliative care and dying processes. So our ratio is different. Like today at the moment, I have 4 staff on shift to care for a total of 9 residents, plus myself, plus my clinical nurse.
Oh, okay.
So it is that difference that
Yeah.
allows us to give that attention to detail, the time, the care, and really being present. And having that time to work with our physician team too, who again, we're well served with specialists, palliative care physicians that help within that team. So it is a very different complement of staff. It's also a very different environment. I think you'll appreciate the tranquility and the warmth and the privacy, since each room is a private room for each resident.
Okay.
I think that at the end of somebody's life, you know, we want them to be able to have what they need. So when people come in, we, you know, if they're well enough, we'll ask them some questions like, you know, what are some of your wishes? What are some of your things that you would have liked to accomplish, or maybe some things that you did accomplish? And that helps the staff to get to know the person better. We don't do your typical, you know, your vital signs and all that. We do more about, you know, what are some of your wishes? What are some of the things that you would, you wish you would have accomplished? Do you have a wish? And so then we work with those wishes. And I think that it's really important to remember that there's a lot of things that we can give to people. For example, we have had things here at hospice. We've had 4 weddings, we've had baptisms, we've had Thanksgiving dinners. Every event that comes along, we try to celebrate it. And if someone comes and, you know, it might be Hanukkah or whatever, we try to celebrate with them. So we try to be very inclusive of everybody, and I think that, you know, it's really not that difficult to help someone if they have a wish. They know what they're facing, but if they have a wish and we can make it happen, why not? You know, if it doesn't hurt anyone else and it's not going to hurt our building, why can't we do that for people? I think we can. We have to think outside the box, and I'm very passionate about thinking outside the box. And you can certainly ask any of my staff. I do think outside the box, and we can make things happen.
So what's your take-home message?
I think my take-home message would be, please call us. We really want to help you. We want to help your family member. And we will help you. We will guide you along the path. And I would say never be afraid to ask any question, because we really want to be here for you. And the other message, I would say thank you very much to our 200 volunteers, and thank you very much to our community who was so good to us. And thank you to you for getting this word out. And I would ask that if you have a friend, get them to call us, and we'll do whatever we can for you.
Okay.